We're now live. So, hello and welcome to today's first interview session for the Boster Economy, the Creator Economy October 2022 program. So, today is all about getting inspired by leading creators to pursue a journey as digital creators. But before we get started, if you wish to ask our guest a question, just put them in the chat box. So, for today, I'm so happy to welcome our lovely speaker. Her name is Marcia Percival. She's the biggest and most influential Instagrammer and YouTuber about Australia in the world. So there's so many great things that we could learn from her. So I hope you stay until the end because I promise you there's going to be lots. Okay. So I would now like to welcome our speaker for today. Welcome, Marcia. We are so glad that you could be here today to share your insights on the creator economy.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here and share with all the young people about, many ways that you can be a great influencer and a creator online and, bring lots of change and great ideas to the world to help people.
Awesome, great. So let's get straight into it. Um, so Marcia, how did you start as a creator or influencer? How did it happen, and what's the journey like?
Okay. If you don't know, I am from Brazil, but I moved to Australia in 1998. And I developed a really good career in Australia, and I was an entrepreneur here. So, with that, I had so much experience as a migrant. So, being a successful migrant in Australia brought me a lot of content. So I start to realize, wow, in Australia, I built my own business. Then I married, I got kids, I, went to school. I had so much experiences in so many areas for a migrant life. Then I decided, why not, open a YouTube channel and help young people on how to be successful like I was in Australia. So this was how the idea that's how this whole idea started. It was because I realized I had so much content and there were so many young people come to Australia and I could help them to arrive and have a better life here.
Oh, great. I also heard that you are a mentor for migrants, right?
Yes.
And then what do you usually share in your YouTube channel?
Okay. So this idea started because, there's so many young people like you guys who are watching here who have dreams and have ideas of doing things. And where do you run to? You run to YouTube because YouTube is a library of, any type of content you need. So who is this person who is going to be teaching you? So because I had all these ideas, I decided to create content very simple, such as the types of visas that you can have to come to Australia, or the opportunities of jobs in Australia, the salary in Australia, the best cities to live, the lifestyle of Australia, even cooking, Australian meals. How was the schools? What kind of courses you could do it in Australia, including I have there interviews with Paula from here, the Academy of Entrepreneurs, telling Brazilians that they can also do great courses in Australia. So this is a type of content I created. Uh, of course, there's so much entertainment and all different types of things of content you can find on the internet. So I decided to go to a more specific kind of content that I could help people to put their dream into practice. So really practical steps on what is my first step if I want to come to Australia, what kind of profile I have as a migrant. Am I attractive to Australia or not? Am I a good professional that can, be good to Australia? So all of this, I started with all of this kind of content, and I became very popular on YouTube and on Instagram because, I started to bring knowledge, bringing direction, bring clarity in an area that is so hard to find solutions and to find answers about moving to another country. So I think this was one of the main success of my project. And I also teach you how to make your CV, how to create a professional international LinkedIn. I also teach him inside my mentoring program how you go to a job interview. So it's fun, but it's quite serious as well, my type of content, but it's a very necessary content for migrants that have the dream to become successful in Australia.
Oh, thank you so much for that. Thanks for letting us, for sharing what you do, because I believe that there's a lot of people who are interested with that, which is the reason why you definitely become popular, because it's very much needed for everyone around the world who are interested to go to Australia. So I've got a question about, how there's a lot of things that you could probably choose from, but when you're starting as a digital creator or as an influencer, how do you choose? How do you like want to go like this is going to be like my niche or niche? How do you have any like practical steps for them?
Yes. Wow, what a great question. So if you really wanted to become a content creator, if you want to become a person that influence people, the most important thing is that you need to think, is this content is going to enrich people's life? My content is going to help people. Do I have a purpose to, distribute this content? In my case, I have this purpose inside of me to really make these Brazilians migrants become successful when they get here. So they don't do wrong, they don't take wrong decisions. So what do you have now, today, that is so good, and that you can actually help somebody to also have a better life? If you can come up with ideas like that, if you have lived enough, to say, wow, I have a pretty good life because I took healthy decisions, I took good decisions. So maybe I created, YouTube channel, how, I can help people how to take good decisions in their lives. If you are, for example, a handcraft kind of person that create a lot of things with your hands, if you're a painter, how could I teach people online how to become a painter, an artist? If you're a singer, I know in the Philippines there are so many great singers. If you sing so well, how did you learn? Do you have a technique? And you don't need to have all the answers to every week have the most amazing, lessons online. You just have to start it with what you have, because as you become better at this, you learn more and you grow yourself as you go. You learn more on your path there. So teach you what you know, and keep improving what you love and that you know, and keep teaching, keep teaching, keep teaching. Of course, in my YouTube channel, I ended up creating a business out of this, but which is a good idea. But you have to start with something that you like and that you love, because you have to every day do this now, or on Instagram, online, and you need to be able to grow yourself as well with all the things you already know.
Wow. Again, it's wow, this is really, really amazing. And so with that said, what are you think would be like, when you're going into the creator economy or creator business, what are the top three mindsets that a person should have so they will thrive in this in the space, and also I'm sure a lot of us is curious, how can you monetize that?
Okay, mindset. Vamos. Oh, pay attention now. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit of my story. I come from a very poor family in Brazil. My parents never went to school, never went to school, right? The first time they went to school was to take me and my brother to school. So I grew up basically in a very hostile and environment that things was much harder for me. So I don't know about your background, but mine was very rough at the beginning. How did I get where I got? Is because I had a mother who was a very good encourager. She was constantly telling us, you guys are going to school, you're going to learn so much, you're going to be the best on anything you do it. Everything you do it, you're going to be so good because you are going to school. So my mom knew already, even without going to school, that the best way to change your life is acquiring knowledge, learning, is studying, right? And because my mom always said that to me, even when I was very young, I actually believed since I was a child that I could do whatever I want, that I would be successful. Of course, in my mind, I have my doubts because she was telling me you can do whatever you want. But when I was arriving from school at home, my home didn't have much there. So I look around and go, oh, it's going to be hard for me to go, in a really, in a good journey, starting like that, having nothing. But it's very important that you don't look exactly where you are right now. You have to look at where you want to go. Wherever you are right now, or whatever your past is, or how poor you are, or if you're rich, this doesn't matter. What matter is if you decided to do something right now, you put your mind into it, study, get knowledge, and moving forward, believing in yourself. And there is no doubt that many voices going to come in your mind, especially if you grow up in a family that didn't encourage you. They actually maybe say the opposite, say, oh, you're never going to be anyone. You are useless. You are not smart enough. You're not good enough. There are many families that grow up in this hostile environment. You don't have to worry about that. You have an incredible mind. You were created to, with your mind, to do incredible things. You can go wherever you want, but you need to believe in this dream. You need to believe that it's not going to be easy if you have a hard life, but it is possible. And if you have a university, if you are at school, you have to connect yourself with people that think like you. So just be careful as well to not having friends that always are putting you down. You need to also create a safe environment of people that believe in you. So you start to believe in each other. So these are the main things that you can do that is very practical right now. Don't worry about where you come from. Don't worry about your background. Worry where you want to go, and surround yourself with friends. Even if you're a teenager, if you're a young girl or young boy, surround yourself with friends that think similar like you so they can bring you up and you bring them up as well. Encourage your friends as well to do whatever they want to do because it is possible, especially now with the internet. You don't need a lot to be somebody on the internet. You don't need a lot to start a business from zero online. So these are the steps I give, but everything's going to start here. Change the way you think, because if I made it, you can make it as well, because I come from a very, very tough background.
I love that so much. Believing in yourself, surrounding yourself with very supportive people just makes, the journey so much easier. So thank you for that. I hope we're taking down notes because even me, I'm taking down notes right now. And so there's one more thing. Why do you think that the world need more creators or influencers now? Because it feels like there are a lot of them. So it's like if you join in, it's like a crowd. So what do you think about that, or what's your advice to new people joining the creative economy or creative space?
Excellent. You need to be yourself, firstly. You are unique. Each one of you are so unique. If you really believe in this uniqueness, nobody is going to be like you. When people buy my product, I sell a mentoring program online to teach people about how to, pass into interviews, business jobs interviews, how to create your own LinkedIn and CV, so on. And I teach them that they need to be themselves when they are going for a job interview. Why people buy from me and don't buy from another career mentor? Because they like the way I am, the way I teach. They like my story. They know how hard I work to be here. So I think you have to remember that there are billions of people in the world. All these people, if they want to follow you or if they want to buy a product online from you, is because somehow they have, some, how we say, some, they feel like they have something similar you. So we need a lot of unique and different people. Like I wouldn't buy a course to learn about career and mentoring program on LinkedIn and all of that from a person that is not warm, a person that's very straight, very formal, you know, because it's not my style. My style is more joyful and fun, right? So now imagine somebody that watches me, that is very formal, watch me and go, oh, no, 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 I don't want to learn from this crazy woman. She's too loud, she's too funny. And look how interesting it is. I'm selling the same product that somebody else is selling, but one person is more formal, so it's going to attract a lot of people that are more formal. People are more friendly or joyful. You feel more attracted to me. So these are the people that are going to follow me, the people that are going to buy from me. So it doesn't matter how many people is out there. Don't worry about the competition. What you have to do is growing on your own uniqueness. Look at yourself and go, yeah, I'm very unique. This is my style. So I'm going to attract people like me. And that's okay. You are not here to make everybody like you. You're never going to make everybody likes you. The only right now, some of you are watching me, are liking me. And some of you are watching me and are totally disliking me, dislike my style. And I have no problem with that because I am unique myself. And I only want to help people that feel comfortable around me, around the way I talk, the way I teach. And that's okay. So the people that like my way, I'll treat well, I keep them. And the people that don't like me, they are not even going to follow me. So why I'm worried with them? So don't worry about competition. Don't worry about thousands of people online doing the same thing you do. You're always going to attract the people that will like your uniqueness. So you have to be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else, because if you try to be somebody else, you're going to be exhausted creating this persona that is not you. So the same way I'm talking here with you, it is the same way I talk online with my friends at home, with my children. I don't have two different personas. And that is so easy for me. So I'm always happy because I am who I am, you know? So these are the secret, okay? Be your unique you. Don't worry about others and go for it to your dream, reaching your dream.
Right, right. That's true. I mean, be yourself. And for sure, here at the Academy of Entrepreneurs, we always believe that each of us has something to offer, and that's why we have this program. And it's amazing that there are more people joining and becoming interested about the creator economy. So, which is awesome. Now that you've shared the impact that you have created as a creator or influencer, um, what is the best piece of advice you can give to a younger version of yourself?
Ah, okay. Oh, I have so many things that I would tell to my young self. Um, I think I always like to start things from zero, and I am a visionary. And this, in one way, is good, but the other way, sometimes it's it's so hard to be a visionary because when you're a visionary, you always arrive before everybody else, and you have to pave a long way until you see results. So I would say to my young self to surround myself with good people right from the beginning so you can get there earlier. In many ways, I did a lot of things by myself because people wouldn't believe in my vision. And then I had to do a long journey on my own. And so I would say to Marcia, young yourself, if you have a vision, find people with similar vision, put a team together and get there faster. Because if you want to get there and enjoying the journey, it's better if you have people around you. And I did a lot of the paving on my own, and it was exhausting, be by yourself, doing everything, learning everything. I don't have money, I can't contract to somebody, so I had a lot of business plans issues from, let's say, that, and so don't do any journey by yourself. Surround yourself with people that come on board with you and go for it.
That's true. Really, I mean, support is very, very important. That's very much noted. So, what do you think is the future of the creator economy looks like?
I actually believe that um, very soon we barely gonna have many things like that are not online. Our life is going to be so much online, so the business online is just going to grow and grow and grow. I actually believe that the whole online business haven't even started, like it's in Australia especially. I don't know about the Philippines, but in Australia, it's so slow compared to many places around the world, compared to Brazil, America. You know, we are we are if we're still babies. Like there's so much more to explore. There are so many great ideas to start it. Imagine a few years ago that we were catching taxis, cabins instead of using Uber, and what an amazing idea Uber was, and it was just one little thing, so imagine how many more it will be created for the whole online business to explode. So all of you that are here watching this live, I'm sure you're going to come up with great ideas of things that people never thought about it, and you need to bring to light those ideas. Surround yourself with great people and go for it. Like there are so much more to be created, and I hope you are inspired today to go, you know, put your mind to create crazy things. Like imagine the guy who created Uber. He was having a crazy moment, like, well, what about if we could look at where the cars are going? What about if we can know the price of my ride before I buy, before I get this ride. This all gonna be awesome. So this was all possibilities in his creative mind happening. And he decided, do you know what? This is actually a great idea. It is a solution. I'd rather catch a cabin, but I don't catch a cabin and a taxi because I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know if the guy actually is going to turn up. I don't know how long it's going to take my ride. Wh- How can we create all of this? And he created. So now you live in an era that is so much information. So, how many more other ideas that you are able to create that you look at and think, this could be better? What about if we created this? What about if we could have this information beforehand? So this on itself is a new business. And there's millions and millions still yet to be created. And you can be one of them creating all these great ideas.
How about how do you make money out of out of this business?
Great. So what I did, I created an online course. So I filmed lessons with step by step how to create your curriculum impeccable to find a job in Australia. So I go paragraph by paragraph, then how to do a LinkedIn that is a killer LinkedIn. So I filmed all the classes, right? I went, okay, I'm shooting this class and this class and this class. So I made lessons online. I put into a platform that was secure, and I sell these classes. So I teach little classes online for free. People like it. The more they like it, the more they feel like, wow, Marcia, every week give me free stuff, but I still feel like it's not enough because it's so short, her classes. And I tell them, if you want to know the full course, you need to purchase. So click in the link below. So people is starting to click and they see the price and they buy and they can watch my full lessons from step by step, from A to Z, step by step on how to create a professional profile that you can get jobs internationally. Not only in Australia, but you can get a job in America, in Canada, Ireland, so many other places. So why people buy? Because when they buy the course, they have the full information. And on a YouTube, Instagram, I give 2 minutes, 3 minutes videos, just enough for them to know that I am good on what I'm doing, but it's not enough for them to develop fully as a professional on an international level. Understand? That's how I make my money. And that's how you can make your money too. This is one of thousands of ways that you can make money online.
For sure. Thank you so much for sharing. So, 30 minutes just passed by just like that. I didn't even notice it. But any final words before we close to the viewers, to the students, to the aspiring creatives?
Sure. What I want you to know is that you gotta believe in you. You have to believe that you have a very creative mind and you can create it whatever you want. Sometimes you're gonna have maybe an idea in your head that is brilliant, and you might think, "Oh no, this idea is so stupid. Nobody can do that." No, don't think like that. Start to let your brain move and create great things. Let your brain create crazy things. Have crazy ideas and go for it. Meeting people, take your head away from that you are not able to do things. I started my YouTube channel when I was 44, 43 years old. Look at you, so young. You can start it now. At my time, YouTube didn't existed when I was at your age. But you're young. There are so many opportunities out there. Go invest in yourself, in knowledge, invest in education. Learn as much as you can, because then you'll be an expert on something, or a very creative mind on some amazing project. Go for it, and never let anybody stop you to dream and get it, your dream come through. Okay?
All right, thank you so much, Marcia. There are tons of lessons that we've learned today, and I hope that this will, inspire all our students, learners, whoever is listening right now, and who will view this later on, because this is recorded, and then they can come back to it again and again. So listen to you once, listen to you. And so, yeah, again, thank you so much. On behalf of the Academy of Entrepreneurs, we appreciate your presence.
Thank
And so,
you.
yeah,
All
okay,
right.
thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody, for having me. And I hope I help you to go for it on your dream. Okay. See ya. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.